Child, when I tell y'all we about to have this conversation tonight, we about to have this conversation tonight. But before we do, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And go ahead, like and share to somebody that might need to hear this. And while y'all at it, don't forget to turn those post notifications on because yeah, you will not want to miss the next episodes, okay? Y'all, when I tell y'all I really have been in my head, y'all, like really down in that because I'm like, God damn, like when is my person coming to me? And y'all, I know I shouldn't be thinking like that, like, but like, come on, like, what do I have to do? Then I just go in my head and I'm just like, Courtney, let's be real. Like, are you really ready today? Or is you just waiting for God just to send that man to you? Honestly, I don't even know what I'm waiting on or even know what the hell am I doing. But y'all, I'm trying to figure this shit out. So let's talk about it. The number one question I get asked a lot is like, why are you so scared to date? Like, oh my God, y'all. Like when I tell y'all, I don't even know if I know how to even flirt, let alone date anybody. Like, let me be real. Let me be quite frank with y'all. I never went on no real date. Even all my relationships, like I just got into them. Let me be real with y'all. I just hopped into that thing and said, "Oh, we go together now." Oh, real bad. And that's not right. So me, I'm like, okay, now I want to do this the right way. So how do I date? I feel like the whole dating scene has changed completely. Like I feel like people is chasing what's popular instead of chasing like that old school love feel. And me personally, I love that old school love feel. I feel like that 90s love was the best type of love. And don't get me started with that whole communication mess because nowadays people don't even know how to communicate. And it's so sickening. I was talking to this boy, right? Oh, I ain't gonna say boy. Okay, let me rephrase it. I was talking to this guy, right? And besides him being Casper the goddamn ghost, he was very bad with communicating, y'all. When I tell y'all the man would go ghost 1 minute and then come back like nothing. And I ain't gonna say he did that all the time. He did that like one time, but one time is too many for me because I don't have time for that. Don't go ghost on me, please. Because I ain't going ghost on you. Before I go ghost on you, I'm gonna let you know why I'm going ghost, okay? I'm just saying. Then y'all, we got that fear of actually getting your heart broke again. Do I really want to fall in love with somebody again and then have to experience that whole type of heartbreak? I do not want to be in a 2T. Y'all, I was in a relationship for like damn near 6 years. And when I tell y'all, when that man got done with me, I was back at my baby weight. Like, I do need to lose a couple pounds. You know what? Now I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. Then we have the fear of trusting. Like like I feel like I have healed a whole lot with my past relationships. My past relationship. I ain't gonna say ships. Let's take that S off. My past relationship, I feel like I have healed. So I don't know if I would get into that relationship and I get triggered. And like, what if that trigger sends me on like to the next level and I start running to the hills and not actually giving that person a real fair chance at knowing who I am and me knowing who they are for real. And then I feel like dating feels so exhausting, especially in the beginning, because it be the same old damn questions, y'all. What's your favorite color? What food you like to eat? What you like to do for fun? Listen. Favorite color pink, purple. Listen, I like to read books, like to listen to books, What else? It's like this. It's like I keep answering like giving them the same answers to the same questions. Everybody keep asking the same damn thing. Like, let's step it up a notch, okay? Then y'all, it feels like everybody wants you to chase them. Like, no, baby, listen. The only thing I'm chasing is these goddamn dreams of mine. Then I have to ask myself, do I really want to risk my goddamn peace? Cause baby, it's peace over here. I ain't gotta worry about all that. Then another thought crosses my mind. Like, what if that person do come along and they don't actually disturb my peace? What if they enhance it? Child, I ain't never had nobody enhance my peace. I'm trying to see what that be like. What if he come along and he actually takes me out of that survivor mode? Like, that would actually be so wonderful, y'all. Like, he actually taking me out of survival mode. Bitch, I ain't gotta be fighting for my life. What? Then he making me feel safe, make me feel like I'm his person, like the woman that he prayed for. Now that'll be the man I pray for. Okay. Do I want companionship? Do I want to love the right way or be loved the right way? Absolutely. Of course. Who wouldn't? Let me ask y'all this. Is anybody else out there scared to date again, or is it just me? Am I waiting on God, or am I just scared to take that leap? So let's get into the real question. When we say we waiting on God to send our person, what does that really mean? To me, when I say I am waiting on God to send my person, I'm not just sitting there just saying the Sierra prayer. I'm over here working on myself. I'm healing. I am making sure that every step that I need to take to pursue the next step of getting that man, you have to work with yourself first. So it's a lot of healing that you have to do, and it's a lot of growing you have to do as well. It's really all about becoming the person that you're praying for. Sometimes we really got people out here in that waiting season, and sometimes we got fear disguising itself as wisdom. And that's something I had to ask myself over and over. Am I avoiding a relationship because I'm trying to protect my peace? Or am I avoiding a relationship because I am scared to get hurt again? There's a difference. I don't want fear making my decisions for me no more. If I want God to go ahead and send my husband on this way, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna say that prayer. And when the opportunity jump at me, I am gonna take that leap. Okay. Now let me ask y'all this. How do y'all know if you truly waiting on God, or if you're letting fear get in the way of everything, like making you feel stuck? Nah, if I start dating again, things are going to look a whole lot different. One thing I do know for sure, my standards have changed completely. And when I say my standards have changed completely, I mean like I'm not looking for somebody that's like, real good looking. Don't get me wrong, bitch, you better not be ugly either, but listen, don't beat me out. But also, I'm not chasing nothing that's popular, and I'm not chasing somebody that does not want me. I'm looking for somebody that's consistent, okay? Because communication matters, emotional maturity matters, support matters, respect matters, peace matters, faith matters. What else? It's a list that goes on and on. If none of these are put in the mix of what we trying to have, then baby, I gotta bounce. I don't have time for it. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey, no spam. Listen, like we are way too damn grown to be around here playing that puppy love game shit. Like, bitch, we are not in elementary. We are not in middle school, baby. Let's step this up a notch. We're 30 plus. Let's act like it. This next topic, we're gonna get into opposite sex friendships. Oh, y'all, this might shake the table a little bit. If and when I do start dating again, this will be something I would pay close attention to. Do y'all think people of the opposite sex can be friends? Me personally, I feel like yes, they can be friends. Especially when there is no real like emotional or romantic feelings involved. Nothing wrong with loving your friend, but being in love with your friend. Now, listen, y'all need to go ahead and have that conversation with each other before y'all decide to go ahead and get into some real relationship, into a real relationship that's outside of y'all. Because once that happens, y'all decide to go date that person, and he decide to go date that person. It could get real messy. And also, I feel like once you do get into that relationship, I feel like that friendship starts to change. But you know what? That is okay. Sometimes boundaries have to be set into place, and sometimes the boundaries just come naturally. If that's like your real friend, you're gonna automatically know what you can do and what you cannot do. For an example, you ain't finna call your best friend up in the middle of the night to tell him to come fix something at your goddamn house. No, ma'am, and he got an old lady sitting right there. Hell no, we not doing it. And then you're not gonna sit here and talk about your man with your best friend. Like, you're not gonna sit up there and tell him your man business every second of the way, or you're not gonna tell him your whole business. I said whole. You're not gonna tell him your girl business every step of the way. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna go to your home girl or your homeboy and do all that. That's draw the line. That is where you draw that line. Now, if you over here needing some like advice, then a trusted friend is there to help you through that, because sometimes it helps you see from their perspective on how you act like an asshole, or how you probably not just tripping. Your partner should not feel like they are competing with your friend for your attention or even emotional support. At the end of the day, your relationship should come first. If your friend cannot respect any of those boundaries, then Houston, we have a damn problem. For me, I have a male best friend. I know my place and I don't never overstep them. Of course, I go to him for like any type of advice, because I am trying to get out there in the dating scene, and I be needing that type of advice. I be needing a male perspective on things. Like, what should I be doing? Am I acting lady? Like, cause I know sometimes I can act like a thug. And I be needing that type of advice from him. He got him an old lady, and I never called this man no all type of nights. Never did, never will. Because baby, you have to know your place, bitch. If you land next to your man and he get a phone call, or you land next to your lady and she get a phone call in the middle of the damn night, and she says her homeboy all teeth missing. No, I'm playing, but like, I'm not. I'm being dead serious. Like, you would not want that to happen. So, baby, don't do it. That's just respect. Point blank, period. Once your friend get in that relationship, that don't mean just throw that respect out that damn window. Baby, no. And as a matter of fact, I feel like the friendship should grow from there once they get into that serious relationship. So let me go ahead and ask y'all this. Would y'all date somebody who have a friend that is of the opposite sex? Why would y'all, and why wouldn't y'all? So what am I learning while I'm single? Whew, yeah, well, let's get into it. Let me tell y'all, during this whole single situation, I don't even know if I am completely ready. Like, I really be going back and forth with the whole thing. Some days I think I am. And then you got some days I'm just like, oh, hell no. Hell no. This shit ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. For me, I can still be easily triggered. So one red flag, baby, I got to go. But I had to come to that realization. Listen, just because that one person did not work out, that do not mean you have to give up on this whole dating scene altogether. Like, what's that saying? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Yeah, I'm not doing. Listen, I'm not doing that no more. I'm not about to let fear continue to come in my life and make me miss out on something that could be so beautiful, like my husband, my man, my man. Listen, just thinking about this whole dating thing is making me nervous, y'all. When I say nervous, like shit and bricks. But if I truly, truly want that companionship, and Lord knows I do, I have to be willing to put in that work. Dating is complicating. Healing is complicated, and hell, even damn life is damn complicated. But one thing I do know for sure, I am still willing to give that love a try, y'all. I want to love again. I think I'm ready to love again. If it disturbs my peace, listen, I already know what I'm going to do. And also, I'm not about to rush into something that's not healthy for me. One thing I can say that I have learned throughout my healing journey is that healing does not have no destination. When you're healing, you're constantly working on yourself, constantly, over and over. Like you find new ways of how you done fucked up in this situation, or what mistake you have made, and how are you going to work through that process. Maybe I am waiting on God, maybe I'm still healing, or maybe it's a little bit of both, but I do know I am not letting fear make my decisions no more. Hell no, I ain't doing it. Fear, get behind me. Like, no, for real. Fear, please get the fuck behind me. This is just where I'm at right now. Like, I do not have all the answers to this, but I did want to have this conversation because it's been laying so heavy on my heart, y'all. And I feel like I am not the only one going through this. I can't be the only one going through this. Do y'all really feel like y'all waiting on God, or is y'all letting fear take control of y'all life? I want to hear y'all response. Let's talk about it in the comments. Cause child, let's just talk about it.